Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my jig. Being I'm behind the 8 ball, I need to make 40 sets of these today. And I take the yoke, and I know you're going, hey look, Mildred, that ain't the one he made. Well, I'm using this because I like all of mine to look the same regardless of who buys them. So I clamp the yoke right in the end of the fixture. Then I take and I use the right side of the yoke and I put my tong wire on there. Now I'll take this little bar clamp. Gas welding, it's almost an art form. I learned to gas weld in a saw sharpening shop at a lumber mill in their filing room, and progressed that into making custom oil pans for stock cars, and now I've turned into making tongs to sell on eBay. So I'm using an oxygen acetylene torch. It's a small Smith, and I'm using a number 2 tip. I'm going to try to not blind the camera. Getting the welding wire. Now I'm going to heat that up a little bit. Poke it back in the flux, and it'll make it stick better. Now the purpose of this jig is the 1/8" wire. It's already melted together. Now I'm going to add filler rod to it. And I know I'm making that look awful easy. I use more gas lighting my torch than I do welding. Okay, so right now at this point we have one cradle on, and believe me, I've put this upside down and had one yoke pointing up and one yoke pointing down. Now, like all fluxes, this is a borax based flux, but it turns to glass when it melts, so I just keep a file right there. And I use a full face shield tinted protection for my eyes because that's awful bright. I just take the next piece, clamp it in, trying to remember that the pointy side should always go up. Tighten my clamp. That's very important that the two pieces of metal touch each other so the pool of molten metal will flow together. If there's the slightest gap, it will not flow. To get a nice hit on that torch, a real sharp comb. Put the face shield down. They flow together. There we have it. And the first thing I do when I have finished welding is I reach right over and shut my tanks off. You never know how good the valves are on these bottles, and yesterday I filled my acetylene bottle, 40 bucks. That's just a lot of money. So here I have now a set of tongs. There, I hex the camera. They're springy. I'm going to go back over to my work area to fine-tune these. So I'll go on pause for now. Okay, I'm back over in the other area now. We're looking like so. We're a set of tongs. Now what makes them hold the dish themselves, and this is just a little bit warm, not bad, is you loop them over the top. You take the one leg, you go up and over, try not to bend it real hard, and then you'll see that they don't lay together very well, and that's where you just take and tiny little tweak, and then you go, okay, well, I'm not laying straight. So you take and you give the legs a little inward until you get like so. Then you take your melding dish, you put it in there, and it holds itself. And the beauty of these tongs, let me get this set down on the table. I'll show you. I morph everything I do. I'm not worried about the political correctness of it. You take this dish, you're melting on a fire brick. Let me grab one. So you've got your dish on there, you're melting on a fire brick. Well, you can be unpolitically correct and just lean over and pick it up from the top upside down. You know, it's just whatever works for you. Or you just come in, you go around it, and pick it up. I always put the dish in the tongs. And if I'm going to pick them up after the fact, I pick them up upside down. So much easier. It holds it every bit as good. Figure you get 2 or 3 or 4 ounces of metal in that. They're pretty heavy. So anyway, that's a set of reverse action tongs. Like I said, I got 40 more of these to make today. So I'm going to make 25 big ones and 15 of the small tongs. They're quite a bit smaller, but then on the other hand, this dish is quite a bit smaller. So that's enough for the video, and I'll get to work. Thanks for watching.